Hey, it's David Beck from BreezeFlippers. I'm back in my office. I'm going to do an end of the week update. Don't usually do these, but I thought this would be kind of fun because I did get an answer from eBay about the item that they brought down for violating a policy. So I had to jump through a few hoops to get it, but I think you'll find the answer is interesting, and maybe I owe eBay and their AI system a little apology. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, also had a few good sales that went out. Thought I'd share those. And I just had a cancellation come through. That's something I bought that the seller canceled it and said that I canceled it. Does that happen to you? I don't know. Let's get into it.
Find it, flip it, ship it, wear BreezeFlippers. Keep it moving. Find it, flip it, ship it, repeat.
All right, first of all, let's talk about that. I had, and I'll put it back up there again. I think I have a picture of it, maybe still. But I had a Playboy magazine that I had listed, one of the many that I had in that big buy that I had. And it got taken down. It said it was violating a policy for underage people or underage children in there, and I was like, that sounds like something horrible. So I sent in an appeal because I thought that's crazy. It's just they're probably AIs flagged a picture or something. So I sent in an appeal and they denied the appeal. So then I thought, well, I need an answer. I want to know why, because I'm just curious. I'm not going to relist it. I didn't want to do anything that's going to get my account in trouble. So I said, well, I'm just going to contact eBay. So I did. So you got to jump through a couple hoops. You got to keep saying agent, but you do eventually get to them. And they called me back within a minute. And I talked to the person. They didn't really know any reason. So they said they sent me to a specialist. So I'm on the phone now for probably, so far with just her, 10 minutes. Then I got sent over to a specialist, and the specialist actually gave me the reason, and it's a valid reason. So I owe eBay a little apology and their little AI. And she did explain a couple things to me on that, because I said, well, there's hundreds of these listed, and she goes, yes, they are being systematically taken down. And I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, the January 2009 55th anniversary Playboy had an archival content, and it included three girls, Elizabeth Ann Roberts, who was 16 in 1958 at the time of her photo shoot, Donna Mitchell, 17 in 1963 at the time of her photo shoot, and then Cynthia Myers at 1968, who was 17 at the time of her photo shoot. So shame on you, Hugh Hefner, wherever you're at. I don't know. Anyway, we won't take that. But anyway, shame on you. But apparently they reposted these photos in 2009 issue. And because of that, somebody found it, eBay flagged it. And so any of those issues that get put out there, they're going to get taken down. So that's probably why they are all being systematically taken down. But it is something to look out for. I had never really thought about. So it was valid. And she did explain to me, give me the exact names and the people that were in there. And I did mention, and this is the only thing I would say, had they had sent that in the very beginning, it would have made so much more sense, right? It wouldn't have had me to go through all these hoops. So eBay, if anyone ever from eBay ever listens to this, which I doubt it, but if they ever do, just be more upfront and include that information in the very beginning. I would have just said, oh my, there's no way I was going to post that or do something with that like that. Just no way I could do it. But just for anybody's information, January 2013 was a 60th anniversary issue. There could be stuff in that, so be careful. And any special editions or collector's series from 1983 to 2016 could have some of those pictures in there. So it could happen again. And I think they said the reprints of the early issues, 1953 Marilyn Monroe reprint, so some of those might also have, there was some other issues with that about reprint and containing archival information. So you just have to kind of watch through it. Now, interestingly enough, I did all kinds of research. I looked online, I looked everywhere. I tried Chad GPT. I like to call him Chad. Anyway, didn't have any idea. So when I put those three names in there and then kind of taught the AI, it said, oh, that's why it got banned. So anyway, so now it knows. Maybe it'll do that in the future. So that was the one thing I just wanted to say, that yeah, sometimes there is a reason for some of the madness. AI does still kind of catch things sometimes, and I think that their system can flag things on accident, but in this case it was legit. So eBay, score 1 for you. So anyway, and 0 for the for me. So anyway, so that kind of happened. And then something happened today I'm frustrated with, and I wanted to see what you guys said. So I ordered a comic. I needed this comic. So last comic that I needed for the run of the Batman Adventures, number 27, DC Comics. This was supposed to be near mint, and that's the reason I wanted it, because I'm going to get some of them graded. I ordered it, and well, I won an auction. I won an auction at 99 cents, and he got $5.35 shipping, and he canceled the order. But the reason for the cancellation, it says buyer canceled. I didn't cancel it, so I sent him a message and said, hey man, this is, in the long run, this does affect me. And I had to cancel a lot of orders for it to affect me, but it does affect me, right? It doesn't look good on me that I cancel an order. Why would I cancel it? I wanted this. And so I said, I sent him an email and said, hey, you marked this as buyer canceled. I didn't cancel this. If you didn't have it, or you didn't want to send it out, you could have just said that, or you could have just taken the loss for it. And that would have been just fine. But you put that on me, and that's not correct. So anyway, we'll see if he comes back. And honestly, if he doesn't, I'll leave appropriate feedback. I mean, I don't like doing that, but I also don't like being the bad guy on this, because that looks like, somebody could say that on me, right? That I cancel. I don't know. I don't think, I would never do that. If a buyer tells me to cancel something, I will cancel it, no problem. But if I have to cancel it for a reason of my fault, it's on me. It should be on you as a seller. You can't sit there and say buyer canceled and then hope that you get away with it, because it could come back, especially if you're canceling on somebody that knows what they're doing when they're selling. So anyway, I saw that and thought that was kind of interesting, but I don't know. Let me know. Has that ever happened to you, or have you done that? If you have, shame on you, but we shouldn't be doing that. That's just kind of the way it is. So, hey, I had a few sales go out. It kind of just picked up. I said it was a little slow at the beginning of the week. Yesterday, I had a few sales pop. I thought, oh, cool, Nothing spectacular. Nothing's going to, blow your socks off, but I'll pop these three up on the screen because they shipped yesterday, but I'll show you what else kind of came through the day, which it was kind of like hopping along. So, and I'm getting a lot of, a lot of traffic right now. So maybe some things will pick up this weekend, and I've sent out a bunch of offers. So we'll see if any of these pop back. And I also did get another one of those sales this week where I sent out an offer and got a full price sale. So again, eBay sending those emails out, I think, so which is cool. So hey, keep doing it. eBay, that's 2 points for eBay. We'll give them 2. All right. Anyway, for the first thing that went out was I sold a set of 5 CDs. Now, this was from my personal CD collection. This is the kind of music I used to listen to, still kind of do, but this was Love and Rockets. It's a 5 albums. It was The Express, Earth, Sun, Moon, Sweet FA, and then Seventh Dream. These were great albums. I used to listen to them all the time. And I used to drive a lot for my job. I used to have to travel a lot. And these were always in my CD players, and because I just like the Love and Rocket stuff. So anyway, decided it's time to let them go because I have online music now. So anyway, I can listen to them anytime I want. So these sold for $39.99 and went out with free shipping. So it was a nice little lot. So very happy about that. The next thing has been in my inventory forever. Matter of fact, completely forgot that it was there. So I didn't get very much for it. It's a hat. And like I said, hats do sell still. This one's a Canada anniversary hat, 150 years, red and white, kind of a golf style hat. So it can snap back, has a big Canadian maple leaf flag on the front. It's a nice hat, right? It wasn't anything exciting, but it only sold for like $5.59 because it was on markdown, and I got $4.99 shipping. It's gone, so we're good. The next thing it sold was a set of 4 Oneida Cantata community stainless teaspoons, and they're the smaller teaspoons. I picked up at a yard sale or an estate sale. Picked up, didn't pay very much for them. Looked them up, and there's like, oh, okay, so you can find it if you do a little Google, search and everything. You'll usually find the pattern, and then you can kind of look it up. So I got a bunch of these. I've actually sold several of them. So this one's a set of 4. I sold it for $19.99, and I think on this one I do get shipping for it, and let me tell you what I got for it. I think I got $5.99 shipping, pretty sure. Yep, $5.99 shipping. So that went out, and so anyway, if you see, and I see a lot of silverware, but I only look for stuff that has an interesting pattern on it. Rogers, sometimes stuff will sell. It's kind of interesting if it's unique. But Oneida, typically, if I see Oneida, I try to pick it up unless it's like the most boring pattern. It's like a straight Oneida or something. Those just don't seem to sell as well, but these fancier ones seem to do very well. So the next thing that sold was a game. And this one is the Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects. It's PS2 game, complete in the box, and I ended up selling this one for $18 plus free shipping. So I had just listed this too, and I saw a lot of hits on it, so I thought, yeah, it's definitely going to sell fairly quick. Sold another comic, and this one's an old one. It's not bad shape, actually. It's not terrible shape at all, but it's Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. It's a 12-cent comic, number 119, and it's not bad looking, right? Not too bad looking comic. So it needs a good pressing, and it would be pretty clean. So the corners are good on this one, too. It's hard to find a 12-cent comic that is in good shape, but this one actually sold. It wasn't worth a lot. It sold for $14.24, and it'll go out with free shipping, and these cost me, basically with the box and everything, I'm into these for shipping for less than $6.50 normally. So a single comic like that. So that's going out. And then sold another game. This one I just listed as well. Just listed it last week. Now, this one, if you find it and it's complete, it sells a lot more money, right? So this one isn't complete. It's the disc only, but it is tested. It does work. It's Blue Dragon. And it's kind of cool. You can kind of see it. It sold it for $13.50. I'll get $4.99 shipping for it. And like I said, if you can get one with all of the stuff inside of it, it goes for a lot more. It's probably about double that. So definitely keep an eye out for the Blue Dragon. Sold another hat. And I'll tell you, all right, so I used to get a lot of these hats. These are racing hats, right? This is a nice hat. This one's made, this is a Lufkin Pro Series Tape Measures Racing number 4. I guess what driver is this? Bobby Labonte. Bobby, who is it? I'm not sure who it is. Not even sure what his name is. Looks like Bobby something or other. I'm not sure who it is. Hamilton. I can't tell. Anyway, maybe you can see it. Looks like Hamilton. I can't read that cursive. Anyway, cool looking hat though, right? It's got a neat build, kind of like almost like a carbon fiber thing, but it's not. So cool hat. Used to pick these up all the time. Used to get them in lots. They sold really slow. So they will sell, especially the cool ones like this, but this one sat in there for a while. So this one actually sold for $11.99. I get $4.99 shipping on all these. So, you know, I'll take it. It's not gonna, you know, it's gone. So one less hat that I have in my inventory. Now, I don't want to unwrap these guys, so I'll pop up a picture of them for you guys, but because the picture I had, actually, this is Batman and the Joker, and they're Mattel figures. So anyway, I got them together, kind of already put together so they can be shipped out easily. But I had them fighting in the picture, which I thought was just cute, but apparently it was good enough to sell it for $20. They're going out for $20 plus free shipping. So, but the guy sent me a message and said, you know, not sure if you'd be willing to accept $20. And so I sent him back an offer and said, sounded fair, because I think I had them for $23.99 plus free shipping. So anyway, they weren't worth a ton, but they are kind of the older, you know, Joker looking. I'll put some pictures up there for you guys. Last thing that just sold earlier, just a few minutes ago, actually a little bit ago. I thought this was kind of a cool pickup. So I picked this up at a garage sale this weekend. I'm not gonna take it out of the bag. I picked it up 2 weekends ago, and it is a Radio Shack realistic digital sound meter with the case. I tested it. I put a battery in just to check it. It's a 9-volt battery. It works. I tested the sound. It kind of goes through everything. It's kind of cool. So anyway, very old stuff, but this is old Radio Shack tech, and I actually sold this one for $34.99, and I'm sending it out with free shipping. Normally I don't like to do free shipping on used items. Toys and stuff I'll do. Anything new in the package I'll do free shipping. Anything that I think could potentially be returned, but there's nothing wrong with that one, so I took a chance and put it in at free shipping because nobody else had it. So it did sell. Sold within a week actually of being listed. So matter of fact, yeah, I think it just got listed maybe middle of the week, so it sold fairly quick. So anyway, keep an eye out for those old Radio Shack stuff. Some of that stuff does actually sell. So, but that's what's going out so far this week. Not too bad. We're a little over $300, 14 sales. So hey, I'll take it. Going into the weekend, hopefully there'll be some more. So we'll get a few more sales. Tomorrow's Saturday, and hopefully I'll get this out maybe later this afternoon. But I hope to find some stuff tomorrow. We're running way behind on inventory. We got a lot of stuff to post for eBay, but we don't have a lot of stuff to sell on Dibdit, and that's one of the things that we've done really well on. So tomorrow the goal is finding video games and media that sells well on there, and some other stuff that we can kind of sell on Dibdit as well. So it should be fun. So gonna get out do some sourcing, and then tomorrow afternoon it's gonna be a fun day. I think we're just gonna maybe do some, maybe hang out a little bit and do some stuff at the pool. Got the neighbors coming over. We're doing homemade pizzas in our pizza oven, so it should be kind of fun. So it's not a big pizza oven. It's a cool little portable one. So it makes good pizzas though. So it's a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, that's what I got going on this week. I hope your weekend is fantastic and that you guys stay safe, sell a lot. I'm David Beck from BreezeFlippers. We'll see you.
Find it, flip it, ship it, wear BreezeFlippers. Keep it moving. Find it, flip it, ship it, repeat.